outside. Wow, where do those balloons come from? They're pretty amazing. Hope we don't get windy, you might get blown away. Yeah. Actually, can everyone hold the banners and flags up? Let's see all the banners and flags. I just want to get a picture of them. Yeah, wave them about, wave them about. Oh God, where's my camera when you need it? It looks great up here, it looks fantastic. And make some noise while you're doing it. Yeah, so we've got a complete oral, visual kind of experience going on. That looks fantastic. One more little piece of housekeeping is the coaches you came in on. You're meant to get a piece of paper telling you where the coaches are to go back. If you lost a piece of paper or didn't get a piece of paper, there's going to be something on the screen at the end to tell you where your coaches are, so you don't get lost. Because actually, you're welcome to stay in Manchester all weekend. You're welcome to even live here, but we don't. We all lost to sleeping the park later on. Right, so are you ready for the next speaker? Give it up for Len McCluskey. Come on.
Well, hello Manchester. What a fantastic turnout. The police tell us 55,000, so you can add another 20 on that to get the real figures. And I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who've come from every part of our nations in order to participate here today. Now, Bevan said that the only way that the NHS would survive is if people were prepared to fight. And that's what we're here to do, to fight for our NHS. We created it. We created it. We pay for it. We own it. We work in it. We use it. It's our NHS. Comrades, the Tories and the ruling elite simply don't get it. Well, let me try to help them. You see, Mr. Cameron, it's in the name. National Health Service. National, a great collective working for the greater good of each other. Each part of our nation playing its part over the years. From London, the first UK heart transplant and the first successful bone marrow transplant. Edinburgh, the first kidney transplant. Carmarthen, the first NHS baby born. Birmingham, the first sextuplets were born. West Midlands, where a 101-year-old woman received a hip replacement, the oldest in the world. Right here to Manchester, where a 13-year-old girl with a liver condition was admitted to hospital in 1948 to become the first NHS patient. Health, promoting health, curing illness, saving lives. The statistics are incredible. 1 million patients dealt with every 24 hours. 50,000 emergency ambulance journeys every week. 1.4 million receive treatment in their homes every week. Over 20 million people see a doctor or a practice nurse on average every month, and 18 million people on the organ donor register. Health provision for the people, provided by the people. And service. It's a service, Prime Minister, a not-for-profit service. Carried out by committed people who live and work in our communities and who understand the values of the British people far better than any of the politicians. In Brighton last week at the Labour Party conference, I shared a platform with Hetty Bauer, who is 107 years old, a veteran of Cable Street. Her sister was a suffragette, and she explained with such clarity what it was like before the NHS, when a patient's wallet was felt before their pulse. How she had seen young women begging for pennies in the street because their kids were sick and they needed treatment. And she was determined to fight to the last breath of her life for the NHS. Hetty reminded me of my mum, who died last year, aged 96 years of age. She lived in sheltered accommodation. The last 10 years, she was looked after on a daily basis by wonderful carers. And the last 8 weeks of her life was in a nursing home, where the most fabulous, dedicated and compassionate staff and nurses helped her die with dignity, the way she had lived her life. All provided, colleagues, by the welfare state, a welfare state that my mum's generation fought to build. It was the bravest, most humane vision a nation could have for itself. And we're not going to allow a bunch of greedy bastards from public schools to take it away from us. So when Cameron and Clegg talk about reorganisation and reform, we know that they mean fragmentation and privatisation. They don't value the health of ordinary people. They only know how to put a price on it. That's why we must make certain that the NHS is at the top of the political agenda at the general election, and that the next Labour government doesn't betray us like the last one, who was seduced by market forces and PFI. Our message to Cameron is crystal clear. You will have to come through us, through the ballot box, to take our National Health Service from us. And to the private healthcare companies hovering like vultures, I say, don't get too comfortable, for this is our NHS, and we will take back anything your slimy, corrupt hands steal. Comrades, keep the faith and keep fighting.
Healthcare, instead of being restricted to those that could